All right. Good morning, everyone. So, okay. So today we'll try to understand the last part of this chapter. That is improving communication effectiveness. Before that, we have something called as personal barriers, right? I hope you people remember what were the barriers, right? बहुत सारे barriers पढ़ा है हम लोगों ने. The yesterday we learned about organizational barriers, then psychological barriers, then barriers to communication, right? So today we'll be learning about the last part of this barriers, that is personal barriers, right? Guys, personal barriers means these are the personal factors of both sender and receiver that may exert or influence on the effective communication, right? जो भी receiver और sender के जो personal factors रहते हैं, we will learn one by one what are the factors, personal factors of sender or a receiver that will influence on effective communication, right? If I want to communicate effectively, but still these are the personal barriers which any sender or a receiver will face, right? First one is fear of challenge, fear of challenge or to authority, right? Guys, the one who's superior, right? One who is into a superior position, right? कभी कभी उसका position ऐसा रहता है where he be not so freely advisable or freely he cannot communicate with the subordinates. Why? Because उसके position को harm हो सकता है. Such situations, what happens? He suppress himself, right? He try to avoid not to communicate. He try to avoid communicating with the subordinates. उसको लगेगा कि if I speak something related to this topic, his position or his authority may affect. So what he has a fear of challenge to authority. तो क्या होगा? शायद उसके top management question कर सकते हैं उसको that how can you speak being in this position? How can you communicate all those things to your subordinates, right? So to avoid all those things, तो क्या होगा? He has that fear of challenge with him, right? So he tries to suppress or withhold the communication with himself, right? Next is lack of confidence of superior on his subordinates, right? होता है कभी कभी, when you don't trust your subordinates, or when you may do not have any confidence on your subordinates, then what happens? You may not seek any opinion, any advice from your subordinates, right? तुम लोगों को क्या लगेगा? Because you do not have any confidence on your subordinates. You think that they might be not capable enough, or they might not have so much of knowledge to explain anything. So क्या होगा इसके लिए? You want to avoid having any communication to them. So this can be personal, guys, right? This is a personal barrier because you do not have any confidence on your subordinates, right? If you show little confidence, maybe your subordinates can definitely give better advice to you or communicate in a better way, right? Because this is a personal barrier, you end up not taking any advice from the subordinates, right? Next is unwillingness to communicate, right? Sometimes it happens, subordinates may not be really prepared to communicate anything, or what they think is, if I say something to the superior, they might feel wrong about my personality, or my position can be hampered, right? That's why they do not have any, कभी कभी किसी को मूड नहीं रहता है कुछ बोलने के लिए, right? If that is also one thing. कभी कभी लगता है if I say something, my position might hamper even as a subordinate, right? Or else superior might think something wrong about my personality or me. So what the subordinates feel, they do not wish to communicate at that time, right? They try to avoid it because they might think that superior may not be interested, may not feel interested in the point which I want to communicate. So by thinking all these things, what they do, they try to avoid, right? So they don't have any willingness to communicate that time, right? Next is lack of proper incentives, right? This is always true. If there is no motivation to you, maybe in a cash or a kind, right? कुछ भी रहने दो, they have to pay you in a, you know, financial or non-financial way. They have to give you provide you incentives, they have to motivate you, then only, you know, you take an initiative to communicate anything, right? नहीं तो क्या होगा, see, if they don't appreciate you, if they don't give you reward, right, you know, for whatever good thing you have done, then what happens, you may not willingnessly, see, the third point comes here, you know, you may not feel, you know, willingness नहीं आएगा कुछ भी communicate करने के लिए बाद में, right? कुछ भी, you know, if they suggest you, if they offer you, if they, you know, reward you, then only you feel motivated to communicate anything. So if lack of proper incentives are not given, then you don't feel to communicate with the superior or any your peer group also, right? So these are the 4 basic personal barriers that will affect, right? Guys, इतने दिनों से हम लोग ये देखे कि what can be the barriers, right, which will stop from being, you know, communication. Give me a second, guys. Okay, right, which will stop, you know, stop us from communicating in a effective manner. But now today we need to understand how can we improve this communication effectively, right? We know there are so many barriers, right? We cannot completely avoid the barriers, but we can reduce the degree of effectiveness, right? जितना उसका effect होगा उसका हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, we can reduce the effect degree, उसका जितना high degree रहेगा उसको थोड़ा कम कर सकते हैं हम लोग, but पूरा नहीं निकाल सकते, right? So we will understand one by one. So there are 8 points in that. So first we need to understand, clarify the ideas before communication. This is really important point, right? We need to be very clear about what we want to communicate with any person, right? For example, guys, if I have to explain anything to you guys, any topic, then I need to be very clear about it before, right? पहले मुझे इतना prepare करना पड़ेगा, I need to have complete clear picture about it, right? Then only I'll be able to communicate to you people properly, then only you people can understand my communication. तब sender receiver को दोनों एक ही line में जाएंगे. नहीं तो guys, what will happen, if I'm not clear about the topic, if I'm not clear about what problems you people are facing, then will it be easy to explain anything or solve any problem? Think that you people have any problem, right? मैं दोनों parties का नहीं सुना है, सिर्फ एक party का सुन के, if I go with a judgment, right? Then if I start communicating, the other party may not feel it appropriate, right? So before that only, I need to have a clear picture about what exactly the problem is. I need to sit and analyze clearly everything, entire problem in depth, right? And analyze in such a manner that I can give solution to that, right? So then only if I'm clear with the ideas, then only it'll be easy for me to communicate anything easily, right? So this is the first point where you can improve your communication in a effectively or effective manner. Next is communicate according to the needs of the receiver, right? This is also, you know, important because you need to understand what is the understanding level of your subordinates, right? उनका education कितना है, उनका knowledge कितना है, right? उनका understanding level कितना है, right? I should be very clear about how to adjust my communication also with that, right? If you know, guys, if I go and speak all these things in front of second standard student, will that student will be able to understand? No, right? So what happens, I need to communicate in such a way, I need to simplify this you know, topic in a very simpler manner to explain to a second standard student, right? I need to understand his or her level of knowledge and understanding, right? If I'm not able to understand being in this position, then what will happen, if I communicate anything but the receiver will not be able to receive things properly, right? They start ignoring because they'll not understand, right? So this is what happens, right? Communicate according to the needs of the receiver. Next is consult others before communicating, right? Because many a time happens, you know, even if you want to say something to your lecturer, if you want to ask doubt also, I have seen many people coming in a groups, right? You people discuss among yourself what to ask, what not to ask, how to communicate, you consult with the friends and then come and ask doubt, right? Or if there is any function at college, if there is Teachers Day, Children's Day, or if there is freshers party, what do people do? You communicate among yourself, right? Before you people communicate with us, right? You take consult from everyone. Why? Because guys, you can understand the message in a better way. Whatever you want to communicate ना, तुम लोगों को बहुत clear picture मिल जाएगा if you have communicate with the others before communicating it with anyone, right? See, one more example is, if any manager wants to give some very very tricky task to the employees, तब क्या करेगा? Group of employees में एक दो लोगों को उठाएगा वो. With those people he'll have a communication first, right? He will tell his ideas, being a manager or a superior. See, this is what new tricky task we have. So how this is how I want to present it. Will the your group members will be able to accept it or not, right? Just by having a communication with them, talk with them, the manager will be able to understand that how to put up this task to the employees so that they will accept. Always understand, not all the employees will accept the task given by the managers, right? There'll be too many no's to the negative reactions to the task given by the managers. So how to avoid? By consulting others, right? You see, communication plays very very important role. How best you communicate, that will affect really more on the people, their mindset, and they'll start working on it, right? Agar tumhara communication hi theek nahi hai, then people, if they are not at all listening to you, do you think that they'll do your task? That's really impossible, right? So always communicating is more important. It is more effective rather than just giving a task through anyone else, right? You need to directly communicate to them, even by motivating as one part of a factor, right? During communication you need to motivate them. Not everyone will accept the task easily, so तुम लोगों को motivate करते करते उन लोगों को बताना है कि how well they can perform by saying that you people are so excellent, तुम लोग इतने सारे task अच्छे से अब तक किया है, you have achieved so many tasks on time, in time, and I even expect that you people will be doing same on this task, right? You can say that you might have so many rewards after doing this. See, you should know how to communicate things, right? जो कुछ तुम लोग नहीं दे सकते वो नहीं बोलना है, right? Whatever is possible from your end, you need to do that. With the help of consulting, you can communicate things in a better way, right? Next is, be aware of the languages, tone, and content of message. Always, I tell you people now in the class, right? Mind your language when you people talk to anyone. This matters a lot. We get some perception about anyone who speaks, right? अगर कोई बहुत अच्छा बात कर रहा है, then we understand, we have a perception that will last for very long time, right? दिमाग पे बैठ जाएगा that this person is so, right? This person speaks so smoothly, so kind and so gentle. This person is so rude, right? The tone is not really good to talk. So we try to avoid with such people. हम लोग क्या करते हैं? We try to avoid communicating with such people, right? That's why I always say you should be aware of the language you use, right? And the tone you use, right? You should know where your tone should be loud, where it should be less, right? अगर loud की जरूरत है, then you have to. Not every time it is necessary to be loud, right? When you want to communicate anything, right? So you need to be aware of the languages you use, right? If a group of, like, in front of you people, if I start explaining the complete topic in French language, will you be able to understand? Not really, right? Because you people, I should know कि तुम्हारा knowledge कितना है, understanding कितना है. You people are not at all aware of the French language, right? तब क्या होगा? Then I am not, this can be a barrier, right? So to avoid this, I need to understand what languages you people understand, right? I should check the tone, right? It should be loud, medium, or low. And then whatever content of message I want to convey to you people, it should be appropriate, right? See, the message should not, provoke you to, or evoke you to do something wrong, right? So I have to always try to maintain the content which is really good for the public, right? Next is, convey things of help and value to listeners, right? So always I have to, convey such things, such messages, right? जहाँ पे, you know, it should relate directly or indirectly to the interest of the people, right? जो उनका इंटरेस्ट रहता है उसके हिसाब से मुझे बात करना बहुत जरूरी है, right? For example, if any person if I come and start explaining, you people commerce students, if I start explaining, there is an online test related to physics and chemistry which is really good. If you crack, your future will be set. If you get that certificate, it's easy to enter company. If you start explaining all these things, guys, you people are not at all interested in science subjects, right? Then what will happen, right? Is it related to you something? No, this is not at all adding any value to the listeners, right? तो क्या होगा, तुम लोग इग्नोर करना चालू करोगे. So I have to convey the things which is related to you people, which will help you people, which will add value to the communication what we are having, right? So always I need to understand what is my who are my public, what all they can understand, and what is really important to convey the message, right? And whatever message I'm giving, is it adding value to the listeners or not, right? अगर नहीं कर रहा है, then it's of no use. According to your interest, I need to talk, right? I need to communicate, I need to send a message, or else that will not give any meaning to the communication, right? So many times it happens, guys, that way, that's where it becomes a barriers, right? Without understanding the our audience, without understanding my subordinates, I just start on go on explaining the things. Then what will happen? Even the listeners times will be wasted, even my time will be wasted, and at the end there is no help from my end to the listeners, right? So we need to avoid, we need to improve this. Next is ensure proper feedback, communicate for present as well as future, right? Very much important. You need to always take, it's very important to take the feedback from, whatever communication, right? See, because now also I ask you people, do you have any doubts? Once I'm done with one topic, I'll be asking you people, do you have any doubt, right? In a chat box, you put up now that you have doubt or you don't have any doubt. Yes, this feedback is really important for me, right? Or else how will I understand that you people have understood whatever I'm explaining? Only through feedback, right? Even in a company, what will happen, you have to take feedback on a regular basis. Even in college, the management comes and takes the feedback from you people, right? That you people are understanding every lecturer's classes or not, right? Are you facing any problem with the lecturer, right? Everything will be checked. Why this is very much necessary in every field? Because you will understand what barriers or what mistakes you're doing while communicating things, right? You can try to overcome them very easily by taking the feedback, right? You have to take right? Because you need to maintain this communication consistently, right? कभी कभी एक दिन बहुत अच्छे से explain कर दिया, एक दिन कुछ भी नहीं किया, that is not consistency, guys. You need to communicate in the same way. You need to be appropriate every day, right? तो क्या होगा? So you have to even you have to communicate for present as well as future. Means while taking the feedback, you can work on your present communication as well as on the future communication also. You will understand what mistakes you are doing right now. You'll try to avoid all those things even at present right now and as well as in the future, where by understanding all these things, guys, why it is important is, by understanding all these things, it becomes very much easy to grow, right? To achieve the goals, future goals, right? That's why you need to ensure proper feedback feedback. And okay, guys, I think I have missed one point, right? यहाँ पे ना, communicate for present as well as future is a different point, and ensure a proper feedback is a different point, right? Give me a second, I'll just change it. Yes. So this is what it is, right? You need to take a proper feedback as well as you need to communicate for present as well as future, right? Next is follow up communications, right? Because what happens if suddenly the manager comes and explains about the task and go off, right? वो चला गया, ठीक है? And the task is given for approximately 10 days, right? If they do not, if the manager or the superior do not come back and talk to subordinates that how exactly the task is going on, or do they need instructions few more, or they are not able to follow up with the guidelines, right? As a superior, I need to check, I need to communicate with them. If I don't do this follow up communication, then what will happen? I'll be not able to remove the hurdles faced by the subordinates, right? तो क्या होगा, वो hurdles जितने भी face करते रहते हैं, I won't be able to communicate, right? I won't be able to remove that through communication. So follow up communications is really important. Just by explaining once and after exact 10 days you come back and ask, did you finish the task? Then this is not the appropriate communication, right? You need to follow up on a regular basis so that they do it, right? Guys, I give you one company example here, the live example. When I used to work as a business developer, uh, I used to have a meeting with our clients, right? क्या होता था, कभी कभी टेलीफोनिक मीटिंग होता था, कभी कभी वीडियो कॉन्फ्रेंस होता था, नहीं तो कभी हम लोग जाके उनके ऑफिस में, नहीं तो हमारे ऑफिस में मीटिंग के लिए आते थे वो लोग. क्या होता था, वी यूज्ड टू आस्क देयर कैलेंडर, राइट, व्हेनेवर दे आर फ्री. वो लोग बता देते डेट लाइक आफ्टर 15 डेज और आफ्टर 12 डेज. वी यूज्ड टू मेक अप मार्केट इन आवर कैलेंडर एंड हम लोग फॉलो अप करते थे उनको, right? Every like 2-3 days once we used to call and ask like, how are you, what are you doing, right? Are you working on a project or not, right? And we used to remind them saying that we have a meeting, right? Because guys, all these clients will be having meeting on a regular basis and regular hours, right? वो लोग भूल जाएंगे, right? That's why we need to have this follow up communication with them on a regular basis, right? ऐसा नहीं कि हर एक घंटा तुम लोग कॉल करके उनको परेशान करना. No, you just need to ask about the task every now and then you can even remind them saying that I hope you remember that we are going to meet on so and so date on this topic, we are going to talk about it, right? So we are discussing about how to grow, the topic can be anything, guys. शायद हम लोगों को कोई एक विंग हम लोगों को एक्सपैंड करना है, नहीं तो कोई कुछ प्रोडक्ट है which we want to sell it in a very very larger quantity, right? On any topic or whatever we are already doing, we want to just improve that, grow करना है. अभी already we are tied up doing something, client के साथ क्या बात कर रहे हैं, we want to grow the same project. So it all depends on how you follow up, right? It's very important. If you don't follow up, then it's gone, right? तुम लोग वो client चला जाएगा ना, याद रखेगा तुम लोगों को, तो क्या होगा, you will never get back that client with you, right? You'll miss out that important clients. So follow up communications are really really important. Next is be a good listener, right? ये पूरे चैप्टर में, right, this is the very very important point, guys. Before communicating anything, you need to first listen, right? पहले सुनना चाहिए, समझना चाहिए, then you need to talk. But we all, including me, we all are exactly opposite to that. First we want to talk, right? We hardly listen anything, right? I'm not telling you people to hear, I'm telling you people to listen, carefully listen, right? मतलब दिमाग के अंदर लेना है जो भी हम लोग कुछ बोल रहे हैं, right? You need to be very attentive, right? First you need to listen. Once you listen very very carefully, guys, half of the problem you can solve then and there, right? अगर तुम लोगों ने ठीक से नहीं सुना है कोई प्रॉब्लम को, then what will happen, you end up talking, the other person end up talking, दोनों ठीक से नहीं सुनोगे, so you will not get any solution for the problem you people are facing. So always sit as a manager, right? He or she should be very very good listener, right? Very patient, very attentive, and very calm enough to listen to the problems by told by the subordinates. Or else what will happen, if he or she is not a good listener, then he or she might not be able to give a proper suggestion or guidelines to the subordinates. So if that person is really good listener, then he can understand the problem and give solution very quickly and easily, right? So these are the points, for improving the communication effectiveness, right? We have 10 more minutes. So if you have any doubts, guys, so this is the end of the chapter. So if you have any doubts in any corner of this chapter, please let me know right now, right? I can clear you now itself, right? If not, we will summarize. Yeah, we will summarize the chapter within 5 minutes. Any doubts, guys? You can put up in the chat box. I'll try to answer everything. Because this chapter is so huge, I want to revise a little bit. I hope you people still remember the meaning of directing. Mansi, in 10 minutes it becomes very difficult, ma. Financial and non-financial incentives. I'll just send you an audio clip for that. Okay? With the detailed explanation, I'll send you an audio clip to you. Okay? Third point. Okay, I'll explain. Okay. What's the third point? Consult others before communicating. Right? To improve the communication, you need to talk to people. Right? I hope your parents, your dadi have told you, right? कुछ बोलने से पहले थोड़ा 1000 बार सोच लिया करो, right? I hope they tell you this thing, right? Because before you tell anything, you need to think 100 times, right? The best option is you need to talk to someone else that you have something in your mind, right, which you want to communicate, right? Agar kuch galat hai, the other person will be able to tell you, Arey, why you want to communicate in this way, why don't you communicate in the other way, right? So it will be very easy if you consult any of your subordinates first. सब जरूरी नहीं है, अगर 100 लोग हैं तुम्हारे subordinates, try to contact one or two subordinates and talk to them कि this is what we want to implement new thing, right? Why don't you talk to everyone and see that are they positive enough to accept this task or newness in a company or not, right? So you need to consult someone, you need to talk to them before implementing anything in a company. That becomes very easy to communicate with everyone, to all the 100 people, I mean, right? एक दो से बात करने से पता चलेगा कि 100 लोग बात तुम्हारी सुनेंगे कि नहीं सुनेंगे, right? That's why consultation is important, right? Any other things, or else quickly I'll just remind you the points, the starting points of this chapter. Okay, elements, I don't know, elements of communication is so easy. Daneshwari, I'll do one thing. Okay, I'll send you an audio clip, I have already, right? एक बार सुन लो फिर से. Supervision meaning, okay, I'll just give it now. Okay, okay. What was directing in ordinary sense or in the context of management? It is you're instructing and guiding people in doing the job, right? You are counseling, you're guiding, you're instructing, you're motivating them, right? And you're leading people in the organization to achieve the job, right? See, in a simple words, you're showing the path to achieve the organizational objectives, right? Next, we learned about the characteristics, right? How directing initiates the action, right? How directing takes place at every level of the management. Why it is continuous process. I hope you people are aware, remember everything. There's I don't have much time to explain each point again, right? इसके लिए थोड़ा मैं याद दिला रही हूँ तुम लोगों को. That's it, right? How directing flows from top to bottom, right? Then what was the importance, right? It will always initiate action, integrates employee efforts, motivates people, introduction of changes, how easily it is, how it becomes very easy to introduce any changes in an organization by through proper directing. How will it able to help us to stabilize and balance in an organization, right? Then we learned about 8 principles of directing, right? What were the 8? Maximum individual contribution, then harmony of objectives, unity of command, appropriateness of direction technique, managerial communication, use of informal organization, leadership, follow through, right? हर एक का हम लोगों ने मीनिंग समझा है and how it will actually affect the organization structure, वो भी पढ़ा है हम लोगों ने, right? Then we have 4 elements which we have dealt in detail in this chapter, right? Elements of directing में क्या पढ़ा है हम लोगों ने? Supervision, motivation, leadership and communication. Supervision बोले तो in two ways we need to understand that it is an element of directing, right? It's a part of directing, and it also acts as a function performed by the supervisors. Supervisors can be any superiors, right, in an organizational hierarchy, right? In a simple words, it's a process of guiding the efforts of employees and other resources to accomplish the desired goals, right? That is what is supervision. Then importance is it maintain friendly relation, right? It's very important. Then supervisor is a link between worker and the management, right? Maintains group unity, always ensures, make sure that they work better and perform better, right? Always try to give on the job training, then influence workers, right, their subordinates, and always try to analyze the work done by the subordinates, right? Next is motivation, right? See, in a simpler word, motivation means it's a process of stimulating people to action to accomplish desired goals, right? Or making subordinates to act in a desired manner, right? You're trying to influence your subordinates to act in your desired manner so that they can achieve your organizational goals, right? Then we have understood motive, motivation, and motivators. Motive means it's an inner state of energies that activates or moves or directs the behavior, right? Motivation means that just now we have learned. Motivator means it is a technique used to motivate the people in an organization by a motivator, right? Then we have features. Four features we have learned. It's an internal feeling, right? It produces goal oriented behavior. Then it's either positive or negative, right? I told now motivation can be positive. Many companies apt negative motivation, guys, right? बहुत बार negative motivation, through negative motivation people try to get work from the subordinates. They do it, right? Many companies do this, right? Next is it's a complex process as individuals are heterogeneous in their expectations, perceptions, and reactions, right? Then we have learned about motivation process, right? This is a process where your unsatisfied need will create a tension, right? That will drive you to search the behavior. That is, you start searching for the option to satisfy the need. Then once the need is satisfied, then your tension will be reduced, right? Then we learned about the importance of motivation, that is improve performance, right? Helps in change attitude, then reduce employee turnover. I hope you people remember the employee turnover means regular absenteeism and introduce changes, right? Then we learned about very interesting hierarchy theory of motivation that is given by Mr. Maslow, right? Abraham Maslow, right? Then we learned about financial and non-financial incentives, right? We have so many financial incentives. Those are pay and allowances, productivity linked to wage incentives, bonus, profit sharing, co-partnership और stock option. इसमें मैंने ESOPs के बारे में बताया था. I hope you people remember. Then retirement benefits and perquisites, right? Non-financial में क्या पढ़ा था हम लोगों ने? Status, organizational climate, career advancement opportunity, job enrichment, employee recognition program, job security, employee participation, employee empowerment, right? And it goes on. Then we went with the leadership part. We learned about the features, its importance, qualities, right? These are the, guys, ये textbook में है qualities, right? थोड़े लोगों को already ये qualities रहता है. You can see yourself. If you have all these qualities, definitely you're called to be a good leader, right? So we learned about the leadership styles, then communication process, and formal and informal communication, right? All these things. Then we learned about the last part which we dealt today, barriers and effective communication effectiveness, right? Improving communication effectiveness. So this was at the chapter, right? I hope you people have understood everything. So we have less than 1 minute. Thank you everyone. Thank you everyone. And any doubts you can ask me later. I'll send you the audio clips, whatever I have with me. All right. Thank you guys.